Katie. I wanted to talk to you today about the importance of how we hold the flute as far as our three shelves, kind of. So here's sort of one shelf, our hook shelf that we talked about with your index finger. You want to create a shelf there with your thumb, and your chin kind of becomes a shelf. So you've got these pressure points. Your hands are kind of clamping together, right? They're going to sort of push towards each other. And then you've got your chin to balance on or rest on, and your pinky really creates balance too. So you want to keep that pinky on that key, the D. We call it a D sharp key, but anyway, it's what moves this whole forward. Okay? So when we're playing, we want to always keep our hands in position, because like when I played that quickly, if I do this or have my fingers high or whatever, I'm not going to be able to play those notes fast. So we want to keep them right above those holes, right? 1, 2, 3. Pinky here. 1, 2. Skip 1. And there you go. And then my thumb on the back. Right there. Okay? So C, we've talked about C. I've got my shelf. I've got my first finger on, and I've got my pinky on. And my thumb is underneath. Okay? But I want my other fingers to be hovering above these other keys, so that when I switch to D, they're right there. Okay? It might be easier to start on D and switch to C. So I've got 1, 2, 3. My pinky is up for D. That's one of the rare times my pinky is up. These two and my thumb. Okay? So get your D. And without lifting those fingers very high, we're going to switch to C. These two are coming down. Everything else is coming up. Try that again. Find your D. Okay? So work on that for a little while, and eventually you want to be able to switch back and forth without having to look at your hands or anything. And hold that breath for those long counts, like your band director was telling you. Okay? So that's just, I wanted you to be able to see visually what my hands are doing, where my fingers are. Again, here's D. You can pause the video wherever it's helpful. I'm bringing my fingers up high right now so you can see them. But I do actually want them to be like this. So they actually don't even, I feel the keys under my fingers all the time. I just raise them up, but I can still feel, it under my fingers. They stay right close to the keys, so I can just move anywhere. That's why they got to stay close. Okay? Happy fluting. And maybe you noticed sometimes what I was doing with my tongue. I did that a couple times. I meant to not use the tonguing, but you might have noticed I did it out of habit. And maybe it reminded you of spitting grains of rice like we've talked about. Okay? Happy fluting.